Hey everyone, welcome and thank you so much for being here. It is my honor and it is part of my life purpose to be a messenger, a healer, to be a spiritual guide, and I am just overjoyed today to be here with you, and I feel good, like something has released and I can finally do some readings again. And so today I thought it would be fun to do an interactive reading, a pick a card reading, and I felt very, very strong guidance in the feeling that I'm getting of this energy is what is coming to me on my path, what's ahead on my path, okay? And so, as you all know, these readings are collective, so they will apply to you as they apply to you, and someone may get a totally different energy from this reading than someone else, but that's the way it's supposed to be, because let the energies fall, let the messages fall where they are supposed to. Yes, this is a collective, but we all have our individual paths, and so this pick a card reading really is about what's coming for me on my path, okay? Now, please know, I just want to make a side note that we are, in my belief, we are expected to do our part on this journey as well, but these messages are for you so that you understand what is ahead, okay? And then you can facilitate how you can help that come to fruition, or what it is you need to do in order to move along on this path. So today we have this pick a card reading, 3 different piles, 3 different messages from Spirit, to let you know what to expect, what's coming on your path, okay? Choose pile number 1, pile number 2, or pile number 3. Whatever stands out to you. Pick a card readings are really about practicing your intuition. No pressure, just whatever strikes you first. Some people choose all 3 cards. Some people choose 1 or 2 piles, but that's what you feel led to pick, okay? So I will put timestamps in the comments section or in the description so you can jump right to the pile that you chose. Please take a moment before you choose to thank your guides, thank yourself, thank Spirit for being here for these beautiful messages intended for you. See ya on whatever message you pick. God bless. Welcome back. If you chose pile number 1, there is a very special message here from you, for you, from Spirit. And I do believe that your soul is also speaking as well to yourself in regards to this message. So your higher self is speaking to you as well. I just wanted to let you know before I separated the piles for these messages. I did meditate over them and have been feeling a very strong guidance to bring you this message, and I'm hearing in living color for some reason. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but it is what it is. So as I was meditating and I was feeling into what this message might be, what's coming on your path, pile number 1, I felt this surgence of a clearing, sort of like, you know, when you're sick. I had a lot of stomach bugs when I was a kid. I'm not going to get detailed, but I would count the times in between when I would have to release what was in my stomach, vomit. I would count in between how long it would take before the next one. And so I was so tired and so, just tired of having that stomach bug. I wanted it gone, and my body was like, yeah, you're getting out of here. Let's go. No more of this. So I feel like this message is about clearing something out that doesn't belong. And so the main message here and the main card deck that I use, in case you want to know, is the Enchanted Map. Okay. And I felt a very strong guidance to use these cards. There are other cards in this pile as well, and I can probably, if I remember, I'll go over those and let you know what they are. But the first card that picked us, guys, is Stormfields. Don't panic. What I said in the beginning was I felt that there was something that was clearing out, right? This storm that comes in is, I feel like it kind of suddenly comes in, and it's sort of one of those, like how a funnel cloud here, as it's shown, like how a funnel cloud kind of picks up debris, and then as it moves away, the debris falls out wherever it falls. And so I feel like this energy, what's coming on your path, is some kind of huge clearing. And this isn't small. This is huge for you, whoever is listening, whoever chose this pile. There is a huge transformation coming. And you might be in the middle of it already as Spirit speaks here. But this storm cloud is moving fast. And it's picking up debris. And it's moving it out of your energy, okay? That's what I feel with the storm cloud here. Now, what storm is on your horizon? I feel like there has been some sort of upheaval in your life, or it's coming soon. And at first you might feel as if you don't know what's going on with you. Why do I suddenly feel different about something, or maybe a circle of friends or someone? Why do I feel different? Everything feels different. I don't feel the same. Sometimes I don't recognize myself. Maybe that's what you're going through. But that's a good thing, because while you were, the apple of God's eye before, now you're the apple of God's eye that's been cleaned and shined, and it's beautiful and it's gleaming, and your light is going to be beaming out there. And I feel like whatever this storm is clearing for you, it's opening up a path for you. And the path is no longer cloudy. It's like you're going to open your eyes and awaken to something, okay? So what I feel is, I use this other deck as well. The answer is simple, right? Oracle cards. And so this card came in upside down. It's called the Rebel card, right? I feel like you were on this path. It came in upside down though, so let's do this. Let's do it this way. So here it is, the Rebel card, right? But here, it's like it's negated now. It's like whatever you were rebelling against, right? You weren't ready to take off the training wheels. You weren't ready to approach something. You were not ready to see things a different way, or experience something that was out of your comfort zone. Excuse me. So now the card comes in upside down, which tells me that something has cleared, that storm has taken something away, and you are going to be free to take off those training wheels and ride off into whatever it is that you're supposed to be experiencing. I do feel, like I said, that for some of you, it is maybe getting over a partner, getting over something that was broken, that didn't work. And I feel like you, and God bless you, because I feel like you held on for a long time, trying to believe and believing and having faith that whatever this was would work out. For some of you, I feel like you knew it wasn't working, but you stayed, or you are staying, because it's scary to make a change. And guys, this could be in a romantic relationship. It could be a friend thing. It could be a work thing. But I feel like I'm seeing something. It's almost like a rags to riches. And I don't mean any disrespect. Like, you know, you had some partner that wasn't good. And I don't mean to judge. And that's not how I'm trying to come across here. Spirit is trying to say something a whole lot better that you're worthy of is coming for you. And I feel like you've been one to kind of stick around and see what's going to happen. Is it going to get any better? And then a year passes, and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 10. And it's like, okay, maybe it's time to finally open my eyes and receive the courage to move forward, to take that place of where I felt safe, even though it wasn't something that was fulfilling your life. Maybe it's time to take the training wheels off and move on. Why am I seeing? I don't know if it's a flower, bluebells. Something is ringing in my head about bluebells. It could be flowers, and I'm not sure. I'll let that sit where it might with you, okay? But there is something that is letting go or has, and you're going to be on a clear path to something a lot more, I'm gonna say sacred to you and fulfilling. You're being given the courage. If you remember, any of you, the story of David and Goliath, Goliath was the giant. David was the person who was possibly the smallest person in the village. And this giant, everybody was afraid of him. And David at one point said, okay, enough. I'm tired of the same old thing. Everybody running and hiding when this giant comes near. Just because he's taller than me and bigger doesn't mean he's mightier. Okay? So David takes his slingshot, pulls it back, and hits the giant between the eyes. Now, this is a story. It's not my idea of, I don't like violence, but this is a story, so listen. So David hits the giant between the eyes, and the giant falls to the ground. Okay? He becomes the hero to the village, but within himself, he's just relieved that this is over now. It wasn't making life pleasant, being afraid all the time. And so his life just improved a lot. But here, Spirit is saying, here, there's a number 10, a completion of something. Now you're not afraid anymore. You're not afraid to move forward and out of something that wasn't serving you and into something better. And I feel like for some of you, it could be, like I said, it could be a new profession. It could be that maybe you have to go for training for something, but whatever it is, something is coming in for you that is far better than where you've been and what you've been through. I can't stress this enough. Spirit is saying, I can't stress this enough. There's courage here. Courage is being offered to you. Courage to move forward, to start your life, a new chapter, something new. Some of you are going to move away somewhere different, and you never thought you would leave where you have been for a while. But some of you are going to move to a different venue, and I don't think it's nearby. I think it's somewhere far enough where you may have to take a plane. And I feel like for some of you that you've been contemplating this a little bit, but every time you approach it, you get emotional, because wherever it is that you've been, there's emotional ties there. It could be maybe you grew up in a family home that you never thought you'd leave, but now you're ready to make that departure. Now you know that whatever sentiment is there, it carries over with you wherever you go, because it's in your heart. Your home is where your heart is. You're on your way, my friends, to something beautiful, magical, wonderful. And I'm not saying that your life is going to be a fairy tale. I'm saying because you're honoring your true self, your soul, your guidance, you're going to be moving on to someplace new. And I feel like some of you, I feel teaching is involved somehow, some way. I don't know exactly what, but I feel like there's something where you will be instructing people, or maybe even becoming some sort of like trainer of animals, or a veterinarian or something like that. But something is changing, and your courage is exponential. You have rebuilt, you've been rebuilding something within your life, within yourself, and sometimes you don't even know it. It's just there because that's what God promised. That's what the universe promised. That's what your soul is doing, is coming through kind of on the down low. So your brain can't tell you, no, don't go there. I'm scared. But courage is here. You've been rebuilding something within your life. And sometimes people have come in or crossed your path that have influenced you in that way, but you didn't realize it, neither did they. But God keeps track of all of that. Something within your, like I said, your crown chakra, something within your human body tries to prevent you from moving forward because it's scary. In your brain, in your head, you're hearing all of these things. Don't do that. It'll be sad. Don't do that. It's scary. Don't do that. It's risky. Stay where you are. It's more comfortable. Stay on those training wheels. And finally, here you are, this shiny new, courageous person, this energetic being of light, arising, emerging from the dullness, the insecurity, the fear. Here you are rising into something authentic within yourself to make your body, mind, spirit sync. Because your path ahead, I'm telling you, your path ahead is blessed. And you are ready for this new change in your life. It's like honey. Honey is amazing. Honey is so sweet and it's just smooth. I don't know why honey came into the picture here, but I'll just go with it. Right? It's like milk and honey. The sweetness of life coming in your direction. And when is this all coming about, guides? In the very near future. Very, very near future. I think before you even realize it, it's happening. Just going to close this out with a card from Archangel Michael. Yeah. You're moving into new directions. Other options are opening up for you. And you will be able to explore those options without fear. Knowing that you are protected, you are guided, and you are loved. I hope you have enjoyed this message. And God bless all of you. And thank you for being here once again. It's my honor to deliver these messages to you. Have a blessed day and days ahead. Until next time, namaste. Hey everyone, welcome back, and thank you so much. If you chose pile number 2, then this is the message for you. Spirit is here to deliver this message through me to you. It is interesting how I was feeling a very strong presence of an amazing inner, let me just straighten these cards out, a very amazing energy of something awakening, coming to life. The visual that I have and had was a rose blooming in slow motion. If you ever see the time lapse of flowers opening up, something is coming to life. Something is brand new for you. And as I was meditating over these cards, the first one that popped out was coming to life. And I feel like for those of you who chose this pile number 2, there's something coming to life, and it's right around the corner. It's like you've been in some path. It's the same view for like miles and miles and miles and miles and years maybe, and you haven't seen anything new in front of you. And there's a reason for that. You haven't because you weren't supposed to. But Spirit says right around the bend, right around the curve of that road, maybe going up that mountain, there is a change of scenery, something brand new. It's like a rose blooming in the desert. And I'm not one to feed people these sweet, sugar-coated, candy-coated readings. I will tell you the truth as it comes in. And the truth is, something is blooming in front of you, in front of your very eyes, but you haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen it come to life because Spirit said you were working on some things. You were working on things that transitions in your life and things that had to occur before this new blossoming blessing opened up. And you were in a period of, I don't want to say stagnation, but almost to that point where you felt like, is this ever going to change? What's going to change and open up for me? I know there's something. Excuse me. And so in knowing this and having to be patient, it wasn't always easy. And so Spirit applauds you, and your angels and your guides are giving you accolades for enduring the time that it has taken for something to open up and to breathe new life into you. One thing that I feel is really important here for you to know for some reason is that there is security in what has happened in your life and what's coming in your life. There is security here for you. It is a blessing that maybe you haven't seen it as a blessing, but Spirit says it is a blessing, because there are certain things on our journey that occur in our life that could possibly make us feel like we want to topple over and just lay down in our path and not get up. But Spirit says, no, you've gone along and you've made that journey, and part of that journey is over, and there is no more going back to the old, because whatever was in your life for whatever period of time, it had to end. But endings lead to new beginnings. I don't believe in being in, say, a state of purgatory, for instance, and having nothingness for long periods of time. I feel like sometimes there is a pause, but it's not that long. It's so that we can rest, so we can recharge our energy, so that we can repurpose our energy in the right direction. And so what is coming up on your path? There is an abundance flowing in. See this magic stream? As if it appears out of nowhere. Something opens up in your life. And I really am sensing the color red for some reason. Red and the pink, like the pink family. So I feel like whatever it is that's opening up for you, for some of you it's passion. For some of you it's you've got your groove back. Maybe you were into something for a while and you lost interest because you were depressed, or you were feeling stagnated, or you were feeling like nothing is moving, so why should I do anything? But I feel like that magic stream now is opening up like a rip in the fabric of time, where it's sort of like this beautiful opening, and like the green light to start something new. I think, and I feel like for some of you, you've kind of been in this interesting, almost like dream-like state of, it's foggy, you can't quite see what's ahead, but you've also I feel like you've kind of had the understanding that I'm not losing my faith. I have to see what comes, and I have to see what this is that's coming ahead for me so I can prepare. But Spirit said there wasn't really a way to prepare for what's coming, and don't get scared with that, because it's a good thing. So for some reason, I feel like it's almost like being in a dry desert, but then there's this huge body of water, and it's like you just dive in without thinking, because it's so refreshing, and it's such a relief for you to be in this beautiful place. Now, what is it that's coming for you, opening up for you? For all of us, it's different, guys, but for you, I truly believe that it has a lot to do with obviously a new beginning. Oh my gosh, as soon as I said that, this popped out. New beginning and fresh start, right? Some of you are starting some sort of new, I've heard the word campaign, and I heard regimen, right? A new routine, something new for you that's healthy and for your body, mind, spirit. I do think some of you may be getting into some sort of meditation practice, maybe opening up your own studio to do meditations, to lead meditations, or yoga or something of the sort. And so I feel like for some of you, you may have been thinking along those lines, but you didn't know where to start. Almost exasperated because what do I do? And so I do believe you'll be having some sort of inspiration. That storm, let me see here. I'm sorry, not storm. Actually, it is, I saw a lightning bolt, so that's why I said storm. This lightning bolt over your head, aha moment, where, okay, this is what I do. This is right. This feels right. And so I do believe that you're going to be helping others. You're not in that lifestyle right now, or you haven't been, but I feel like you have felt suffocated in whatever it was you were doing before, and so you're opening up something new, and it could even be with a partner, but I feel like you're opening up a studio or a shop where you help others find and come to into their own energy. Let me see what else Archangel Michael has to say. Stay, huh? Yep, this is your life purpose. There we go. I hope you have enjoyed this reading. I do feel as if it's time to close it out, and I wish you all so much love and light and happiness. And whatever this new thing is that's coming in for you, believe me, it's going to take your breath away. Almost like, is it too good to be true? I do want to also add that this is life, and life can be twist and turn. But you've got a solid foundation in which to start this new beginning. Many blessings to you. Love and light to all of you. Until next time, namaste. Hey everyone, thank you for being here. And if you chose pile number 3, Spirit has a very special message for you. And in this pick a card reading, I felt a very strong connection to something opening up, which is why I did this. The theme of this pick a card reading is what's coming to me on my path. What is coming to me on my path, right? And so I felt very strong that for those of you who chose this pile, I feel like there's a very special connection between you and your guides. I feel like you're very spiritual within yourself. I feel like you trust guidance. And I feel like that something's about to blossom and come into fruition here. I do believe that you're being blessed with something, and I believe whatever it is that you're being blessed with is in the perfect timing for you. I feel like Spirit wants you to know, this very special group, number 3, that your actions, your hard work, your dedication, your belief, your faith has not gone unnoticed. And by the universe, by your divine creator, and by your guides and those who have passed on to the other side, every energetic being in this situation knows that you are a shining bright star, and it's only going to, your energy is only going to illuminate even brighter. So when I was doing the meditating over these cards and feeling that close energetic connection with your guides, with your God, with those who have passed over, I feel like there's something, it's almost like a trumpet sounding, and I feel like you feel that, like there's something here, because we get the compass card. The compass card kind of fell out and picked us, right? So pile number 3, I firmly believe that whoever felt intuitive guidance here to this pile, Spirit is trying to tell you, you already know within yourself that guidance is upon you. It's here for you to continue on your path. But so what I hear, or what I feel here, is there was a temporary pause, something that needed to be, I'm hearing corrected, so something that needed to be corrected in your journey on your path. And I feel like whatever that was, I feel like the universe has your back. I do feel like some of you were put through the ringer here. You felt very alone, like you were in a dry desert and you were so desperate for satiation. You wanted something, you were parched, you needed something to give you hope. And I believe in this dry desert you still had faith that you were going to be shown the way. And I believe that this is the beginning of that sort of coming out of a dry desert, a dry place, and finding your way with in regards to your life purpose, your path going forward is, I do feel like it is like the shadow that was there before is now behind you, and the light is illuminating your path. So something is coming to a very much needed clearing for you, clearing out something, clarity of belief. Your faith has been strong and remains strong. But I do feel like there's something you may have been in a dilemma about, and maybe it was, it could be something spiritual, it could be something that you noticed that wasn't quite right in your life. And I feel like whatever it is, this feeling of being alone, it's over. Okay? I feel like you may have needed some alone time to sort of recharge your energy and to maybe clear your energy, because I think that for those of you who are very spiritually connected, I feel like maybe you have felt as if you were sort of used along the way. I do feel that for some of you, you have very beautiful gifts. Maybe the gift of clairvoyance, maybe the gift of, maybe some of you are readers, you deliver messages, I don't know, but I do feel that a lot of you are healers, naturally. And so I feel like some of you may have been on a path or a journey where every time you became close with somebody, a friend, a best friend, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, whatever, that they healed and went on with their life and then sort of left you in the dust. So I feel like some of you could have been a little bit feeling like, why can't I ever have this permanent relationship to last forever? I just want a forever relationship. Why does it always have to end when they heal? And I think this feeling of being alone maybe might have become overwhelming for you at times. I know from experience, I have felt the same, and I have felt like, okay, so I was here to heal someone, but I didn't realize at the time I was being taught a lesson. It wasn't a mean lesson, it was just a lesson that we can't. Yes, we want certain things in life. We want permanent relationships. We want something that's going to last. We want somebody who's going to stay and be part of this beautiful healing together, right? But I feel like for some of you, you may have felt let down more than once. And you are natural born healers. So I feel like what's coming in your path before your very eyes is something very sacred, but it's something super important to you. And one of those things is joy and stability. I saw this card popped out when I was shuffling. I was praying over the cards and asking Spirit for guidance in this message. And I feel like it's been a long time coming for you. Like you have put forth your very best, hours and hours, and selflessness to help others. But I feel like it is now time for you to experience the blessings, the love, the healing from your divine creator. And I feel like you almost have to be convinced that it's okay to now reap that beautiful blessing of rest and freedom and maybe stepping away from the awkwardness of saying no to people who, I feel like some of you have been like the shoulder that everybody cries on, the go-to person. Everybody knows. I'll feel better if I talk to Naomi, for instance, me. And I have had people tell me that. I always feel so much better when I talk to you. And then afterwards it's like, oh, so that energy is draining me now. But I feel like for a lot of you, you have been in that cycle of selflessness, but you haven't taken time for yourself, and you haven't really taken the time to experience your own blessings and happiness and joy, and maybe coming to a greater understanding of something because you're always there for someone else. So I feel like because you have been tirelessly and selflessly helping other people, I feel like Spirit is trying to say to you, look, there are storms all around you, but you are protected. You have divine protection with you at all times. And I feel like some of you don't know how to breathe and really inhale and exhale and enjoy life because your life has been of service. And trust me, it's a great feeling to be in service and to be helping others and to heal, help others heal and find their own, their happiness, their joy, their stability. But it's time for you now. That's what I feel like Spirit is trying to say here. Let us reward you. You need to be okay with taking a break once in a while. Like me, for instance. I haven't been doing readings or messages on this channel because I needed to rest. And I feel like I felt so bad about it for a while. I was like, are you sure, guides? Are you sure I'm supposed to take a break? Because I feel really bad about not being, like, I feel like they're going to think I abandoned them or something. And that's not what I want. I want to be there. That was my promise. That's my part of my life purpose. But so I feel like some of you may have been sort of in that cycle where it's like, okay, if I'm in service to my divine plan, then I can't be happy and I can't live life. But Spirit's trying to say, no, this is coming in for you now. And it is, I feel like, do you ever see the famous paintings? Was it Monet or Manet? There's two different ones. And it was haystacks, with a bunch of haystacks in a field. It was a painting, beautiful painting. That came to mind because I was thinking that it's sort of like, I'm just going to say it as it comes out, kind of like a needle in a haystack where you just can't get to it because there's just so much in the way, right? If you think about it, finding a needle in a haystack, that would be really hard. But I feel like you just haven't had the time to really, really look for that needle in the haystack, and that blessing that is yours, that's rightfully yours, to now be able to take the time to dissect a haystack if you need to, just for an example. But so Spirit says, open your heart, right? Now it's time for you to open your heart and let it breathe. Let yourself feel the blessings and the love from your guides, from your God. Let yourself think, let yourself feel, let yourself be. Let yourself enjoy your time with you. And so what's coming in your path is a slight pause or time for to enjoy the blessings of life that you so richly deserve. And it doesn't mean that you're going to give up doing what you were doing. You'll never give up being a healer and being there for people. However, you have to take out time for yourself to recharge your energy, to come back to the self-love and the, it's like, I wanted to say the word caressing, sort of like caressing your energy. But yeah, I'm going to leave it like that, caressing your energy, to nurture yourself, to be Maybe treat yourself to something really nice that you wouldn't normally do for yourself, like buy silk sheets or something, or I don't know, something that really makes you smile, makes you feel good about you. And you so deserve it, because I do believe that a lot of you have worked really hard in this path, on this journey of yours. I do believe that it will be richly rewarded, and that what is coming around the corner that you can't see yet is far more rewarding than you could imagine. I'm being guided to look at the bottom of the Archangel Michael deck, and it does say favorable outcome. Thank you for the beautiful outcome to the situation, which is perfect and fair for everyone involved. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me trust and have faith. I sense and I feel some sort of aha moment. For me, I saw a trumpet just now, and I heard this loud, you can't escape the noise, and it captures your attention. So I feel like whatever this is coming in for you, you're going to hear it loud and clear, you're going to see it, you're going to experience it, whatever this is coming in for you. I do feel like it could be an adjustment at first, because you're not used to not helping people. But don't you understand that your light affects everyone, no matter what you do, whether you're physically helping someone or you're just your presence, just your light is sharing an energy that's very important to other people. And maybe you don't realize it, but you are a light that's very powerful. And I feel like some people are kind of, I don't want to say, yeah, I will say jealous, or don't understand what it is about you that is so captivating. And what I've learned, and I do feel like this applies to me as well, this pile number 3, because I have tirelessly given of myself in the energy of love. Love for my divine path, for my divine creator. And that's who I am. I was asked by someone very special to me. She said, Naomi, how did you become so amazing, is what she said. And it caught me off guard, because I never see myself that way. And she said, when did you become such a beautiful, loving person that has made such a difference in my son's life? And I will tell you a little bit of this. She said to me, you don't understand how different he is now that you've been in his life. And you've affected all of us in such a way that is just amazing. And I wanted you to know how much I appreciate you. And so guys, listen, sometimes it's not even about the physical part of making a difference in someone's life. Sometimes it's just your light. It's just your energy. And when she said that, it kind of caught my breath for a moment, because I'm like, wow, she really sees me that way. And so I feel like for you right now, guys, it's time to stop and smell the roses. It's time to appreciate the beauty, and to just let your energy affect whoever is around you without even having to do anything. It's time to appreciate life. There's something you've been holding back on, and I do believe it could be relationships with people, maybe potential romantic relationships or potential bestie relationships. And I do feel like maybe you haven't invested as much time in a relationship because you were busy being a healer and whatever you were doing. But I believe now Archangel Michael is saying it's time to focus on divine and perfect health. I do believe that our guides, and in this case Archangel Michael, is trying to tell you it's time to focus on you. It's time to focus on your inner growth. It's time to focus on your outer growth. And to do something really good for yourself, to open yourself up and allow yourself to experience new things. I feel like for some of you, you may be thinking about a trip, maybe by yourself. And really, I feel like whatever it is and wherever you go, it is best for you right now to open yourself up and let yourself love you, let yourself be loved. And just take that however it resonates. I feel very strongly that whatever this is that's coming in for you, whatever change this is, it brings, it's not anything for you to worry about, because it brings in freedom. It brings in, I think there's going to be things coming up for you that will probably amaze you. And I feel like there are opportunities for you to explore some things on your own for a little bit. And I think you're going to come up with some brilliant ideas for what you want to do next in this next phase of life. And so I feel like maybe for some of you, there could have been some chaos in your life, maybe a house full of people, or someone that you were caring for maybe in your life. And I feel like it could be your own kids, it could be a relative you were caring for, but I feel like everybody's moving on, and so are you. Not that you're going to give up caring for your children, but that it is necessary, and you know it's necessary for you to open yourself up to some new things. Something tells me that you're going to find yourself with new interests, hobbies maybe, something that you've never tried before, that you're going to open yourself up to it. I do feel that. I see a microphone. For some reason, I feel like somebody's either going to be speaking or singing maybe in public for the first time, or being somebody that's in, how do I say it, in front of people, like in front of an audience. So after you have this momentary pause where you sort of really get to know you, you're going to be embarking on something new. And I'm really, really anxious to hear if that happens, when that happens, to all of you. I just want to say, before I wrap this up, that I'm very, very thankful that you're here. I'm very thankful that you give me the opportunity to deliver these messages to you. And I look forward to many, many more. I am going to be closing out this reading in just a few minutes, but I just want to ask Spirit if there's anything else, any other message that's here for you before we wrap this up. Okay. I'm hearing this song. It's a holiday song. It's about Christmas. Bells will be ringing. This is it the glad news or sad news?
Please come home for Christmas. That song. So I feel like you're coming home to something, and it's blessed. It's beautiful. Um, the last card here is the Sacred Pool, and there is a very special place in that sacred pool of your own energy that is being recharged and blessed. Yeah, I'm not really picking up anything else at this moment, so I do want to say I hope you have enjoyed this reading, this message, and that I wish you a very blessed day and days ahead. Please give yourself a pat on the back for taking time to listen, and just shoot me a comment if you don't mind and let me know if this resonated with you. And I just want to send my love, my light, and my support to all of you. And I wish you a very good day and days ahead. Until next time, everyone, namaste.